Hey, everybody. I'm sorry we're late. Welcome to Between the Sheets. We're on the first and third Friday of every month here at ubngo.com. Sorry. I told them to move something around, and it kind of screwed everything up, and oops. But Ryan fixed it, so thank you, Ryan. Ryan's back in the house. Again, first and third Friday of every month here at Between the Sheets. Check us out on our website, betweenthe.sheetpodcast.com. Also, you can like us on Facebook, Between the Sheets Podcast. I feel redundant, but Instagram has another handle, QTE Brat. That's me. We're here in lovely Burbank today. I have some familiar faces and one new face with another wonderful accent. I have Wendy Nathan.
Hello.
I have
Melanie Kishner. Hi. Or Melanie Oman.
Or Melody. It doesn't matter anymore.
Hi, Melody.
I've got the second accent, Cara Noble.
Good evening, gentlemen and ladies.
And then the newbie on the block, a very tall, statuesque, beautiful Australian. She's like, oh, are you talking about me?
I love that introduction. Hi, I'm Jennifer. Nice to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we only have 5 of us today, and I'm really stoked about it. I want to just introduce, again, the cussing jar. Mm-hmm. Cussing is okay. Excessive cussing, no. But a friend of mine and my business manager, Lori Hatfield, before we got on the air, Venmoed me $3 already to put in the cussing jar.
Fuck.
She just used it. I was supposed to use it. It was banked for me.
Yeah.
So hi, everybody. We do have call-ins. We want you to call in. What am I doing with my hands? We want you to call in. It's an Italian thing. 323-524-2599. 323-524-2599. I'm sorry that my voice is a little gravelly and kind of sexy. But I've been having an interesting week. I had photo shoots. I did the photo shoot of the talk of the season 10. Marie Osmond is joining the cast. She's amazing. The whole cast is amazing. The shoot went wonderfully. My business manager was also there assisting me. But I'm just wanting to know that there was a couple of things this week. And you know, when you have like a week after week after week of being pounded and anxiety and nerves and stress, that you just hit a wall. So I hit a wall yesterday, and I was totally in a funk about just everything. Like, oh my God, you know, I'm ugly. Oh my God, I'm fat. Oh my God, I hate myself. I don't really, but it was just that sort of, you're hitting a wall. And then this morning, I went to the 76 station, and this guy with this $450,000 Rolls Royce, it's freaking beautiful, with a big gold encrusted Rolex diamond watch was there. And I've always seen him, and I've always checked out the car because it's a really cool car. And today he came up to me and he said, hello. And I'm like, hello. And he said, we do this all the time together. Funny meeting you. I guess that's how guys talk. I don't know. I have no guys' social skills. And I'm like, yeah, interesting. I've seen you around. And he's like, well, I think it's time I take you out for coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Really weird.
Wow.
And I was like, why, thank you. I'm flattered. And I got to the point where I'm not going to tell him I'm gay. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, it's a sort of like embarrassed. I mean, I don't know if I'm embarrassed, but it's just kind of awkward, like, hi, I'm gay. So I didn't say that, but I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm married. And because I wear my mother's wedding band on my finger. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, and so apologetic. Then I relay this to a friend of mine who says, well, you never know who he is. He's rich. He could be the sponsor of your new podcast. And he's like, you should have met him out for coffee. I'm like, really? Last time I sort of went in naive, I got raped. Not going to happen anymore. Oh. I kind of have a little bit of a trepidation of just going out with strange men, you know? But I have to say, getting in the car, I thought to myself, why did this happen? But then something came to me, and I posted it on Facebook today. I said, it's not the messenger, it's the message. The universe brings the messenger, whoever the hell it was, to send a message, because it made me feel better. It made me go, wow, okay, pity party's over. You are who you are. You're a strong woman. You're tired. BFD. Move forward. And talking about, like, the universe. Like, do you guys believe in that? That universal, that the universe, excuse me,
Look at that.
I'm so verklempt, that the universe brings about things, or are you more traditional? Do you believe in like a god or a whatever?
I just listen to the signs. And sometimes I make mistakes, but usually it's like really good. Like I ask, I say what I should do, and I put it out there, and I kind of like talk to myself, and things happen, and I say maybe that's what I need to do. And so far, sometimes I think a job is wonderful. Like it comes these opportunities because I put it out there. I need to manifest that in every single area of my life. Sorry. But like I just listen to it and I go for it. And sometimes I make mistakes, but right, Jennifer?
Well, I totally believe in magic. I do.
Yeah.
And if you believe in magic, because it happens all around you, then more magic comes. Which sounds kooky as hell.
Well, we're all a bunch of kooks around
I know.
this table. I mean, we're doing a podcast.
But
Hello.
only, just to give one example, I had a parrot that I loved. It was a single parrot, and he used to fly when I lived in Marina del Rey, and every night and morning I would see him, and he was this little parrot, and he lived on a boat, and I loved him. And one day he was gone, and I was terribly sad. Then we moved from Marina del Rey. I got to Woodland Hills, and now I have 40 parrots that pass my house, not every day, but they fly over, they go in the trees. I have parrots coming out of my arse. I've got so many parrots.
Well, I'd
now.
like to see that show. When are you selling tickets?
Yeah, that would take a long time. There's a lot of parrots. No, I feel that magic exists, and I think if we believe in it, it happens all around us all the time.
Yeah, and I think that happens a lot, that the universe gives us messages. And for myself, when I was doing massage therapy, I kept thinking to myself, how long am I going to be able to keep this up? And you get little messages, and if you ignore those, eventually you get a big message. And I did. I had a car accident, and it put me out of work for 9 months. And I went, oh, this is how long. Got it. Okay.
Now, do you guys do vision boards?
Yes.
Sure.
Me
I
too.
have one, yeah.
I mean, I never liked arts and crafts, so it's a thing to do. I like the cutting out of the pictures and shit. So I do that, but then every once in a while, I'll just sit there and go, I'm going to do a vision list. And I literally write down the list, because it's sort of, it just keeps me in check. And then I do surely keep it in my purse. And I used to keep a lot of crystals in my purse until it got really heavy, and now I wear them. Because it was like I was a crazy paper rock lady. I really was.
No scissors?
No scissors.
No scissors. Because, I used to have a temper. Many years ago, I would use those scissors. No nail clippers, no scissors. Tweezers are about the biggest tool I have.
So I have a question about the vision board, because I am not a vision boarder. To me, it's too arts and crafty. It reminds me of doing paper mache.
Oh my God!
being
Can
five.
you just say that again?
Yeah.
Paper mache.
I love
please?
her voice.
Just say it one more time.
Cara can say it.
In England, we call it papier-mâché.
But in Australia, what is it?
Paper mache.
Oh my God!
paper
I
mache.
love it. It's paper. Well,
I
Here
love
it's
it.
paper
It's
mache.
paper mache.
in New York, it's paper mache.
Oh, I would have no idea. If you said that to me, I would have no idea what you
You
were
think it was a
talking about. I'd be
sanitary
like,
pad? It's like always paper mache.
Right. But I don't understand vision boards as an adult. I just don't. I can't do it. I don't get it at all. Why? Why cut out little pictures and put them on a board?
You know what is very funny? I'm an artist, and that's what I do for a living, right? I make art, and that's how I make my living. And
You said that twice already.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think we all kind of like this Friday. I was living in San Diego, and one day I realized I started cutting paper mache, and I started putting all these vision board together. And I put in the vision board, I wanted to have my art in buildings. I remember I put so many buildings in my art, and I create my art in the vision board. And I got an offer to move to LA, having a building to do my art. And when I move, I leave everything behind. It's still everything in San Diego. I got my vision board, and I bring it here. Since I bring that here, everything I put in there is been happening. And when I look back, I'm like, wait a minute. I put it in my vision board. Maybe that day I was really paper mache in it, and I put it there. I don't know.
Have you put $1 million
Paper
on your
mache.
vision?
I put it. But it's happening, Jennifer. It's happening.
So how long did it take from the vision board in San Diego to the move to L.A.?
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was quick
Couple
work,
weeks.
girl.
And I will say everything is there except the $1 million. I'm going to tonight. I'm going to just remark it.
Yeah, I can do an
Yes.
experiment for you. I will put $1 million all over my. What is even a vision board made out of? You put it on cardboard. You have to go to an arts and crafts store.
magazines.
You have to go to.
We can do a party.
You have
of
to go
vision
to
board.
Michael's.
Deadly silence. That equates to Costco for me.
Exactly, me too. Costco, Michael's.
I'm horrified.
I mean, point me in the direction of Nordstrom Rack. That's all I care about.
I can't do it. I'll have to get
your
someone to buy
favorite,
me.
to
Can
go
you
to
mail
Costco.
order a
Yeah.
kit?
Can you do yeah,
Get it on Amazon.
That's what you should do. You own a business. You should just do vision board kit and sell it.
Yes.
Pretty sure someone's done it.
I bet you not.
British.
Ryan,
Yeah.
check that out.
Poor Ryan. He's very busy.
He is
No,
very busy.
you know, I think we should do a vision
happens?
board party.
Okay,
Oh,
it
no,
is.
I'm not
There's
coming,
one.
no.
Oh, sorry.
there
But
it is.
we should do a vision board wine party. Why not? This works fantastic.
Well, who's going to have it?
I can do it.
Well, let's do it, baby.
And we do a
I want the
barbecue.
vision board with you.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord, slandering accent. I love the way that the Brit slanders the Mexican. It's like our own West Side Story right here.
I don't even understand what she said.
I
That's the
know.
worst part.
and you never will. Consider yourself lucky. So, Jennifer, everyone knows what you do. I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself since it's your first time here, and our viewers want to probably get to know you, I hope.
Sure. I've been in LA for 5 years. Always in Santa Monica, which I love. And I moved here from Beijing in China when I was there for 8 years. And obviously originally from Australia, from Sydney. And yeah, now this is my home, which I love. And I have a small business. Funny you mentioned sanitary pads because that's my business. I have a company.
I love working in the glamorous.
I swear to God, I didn't know that. What?
Yeah, I have a company called Tampon Tribe, and we do 100% organic cotton tampons, pads, and panty liners that are also plastic free. So we kind of landed, myself and my business partner here in LA, with another job that we were doing in Beijing. And when that didn't work out, we thought, what can we do? And no, feminine hygiene didn't.
I was
come
going to say, how did
first to
that
mind.
come?
Yeah.
But we really loved a couple of things. The really cool impact businesses that, were happening in LA. And you get to that point in your life where you get to do whatever you want. And we thought we were pretty fortunate for that to happen in the first place. And so we thought, why not create a company that's going to be fun, a lot of hard work, but also could really impact people, to be honest. So really make women's lives better. We try and make really premium, products affordable for everyone. And we saw a huge disparity in that, and then we have a huge give back. And we actually just launched our non-profit, which just got approved today, which is super exciting. Yeah, called Project Code Red. So we are on a very big mission to stamp out period poverty here in the US.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So where does one buy your products?
So you can buy online. We have a website, tampontribe.com, and we're also retailing. So we're in the Air Horn stores, Urban Outfitters, and hopefully some really big ones soon. I'm working my tail off. It doesn't go off, unfortunately. So that's what brings me here. So I'm based in Santa Monica and loving it, and really enjoy meeting new people and getting in the community at the moment.
Well,
That's
awesome.
amazing. Well
That's
done.
wonderful.
That's fabulous.
The product
I mean,
is
I'm
really
sadly
good.
I don't use tampons anymore, but I do need them for cat toys.
It's great, exactly.
Right?
It's fabulous, and they're great. These are organic too. You've got to make sure they're organic and chemical free.
Well, you have
Yeah.
to.
Right?
No,
Cat
seriously.
toys,
Yeah. Yeah, we used to have commercials in Australia like that with the mouse.
Did you? With tampons?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
We have a lot of fun in it. We don't take ourselves very seriously in
No.
Australia.
But what did you do? I mean, what were you originally doing
In my life?
in your life?
In my life.
In your life.
Not my very first job, but I was a broadcaster. So I was working in Australia and in China in TV and radio. So, yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's all about messaging, isn't it? And listening and talking to people and enjoying.
Well, welcome to Between the Sheets, and I
Thank
hope
you.
I'm glad that you accepted our offer and that you'll be part of a rotating We have our own tribe, but it's not the tampon tribe.
As long as it's a tribe,
It's a
that
tribe.
sense of community.
It is a
is fabulous.
community.
Yeah.
So, Wendy,
Yes.
I was trying to think of like what we could talk about today,
Okay.
and I thought about weed, and then I thought about you.
It's my favorite subject.
So, I mean, I know there's this whole like pot is legal, right?
Yes.
And they're like people sell them, like Burbank. Like I live in Burbank. And why did I just say that? But I live in Burbank, but they do not allow, they like on the ballot or whatever it is, the people don't want like a pot store in Burbank. The closest one is Sun Valley. So,
Well, it's a way.
Wow.
well, it's not that far. I mean, this is before it was legal. I got the little license thing because one of my friend's dogs wanted to try the CBD oil with the THC. So she's like, I said, well, go get just one of those pot licenses. You just do it online. They don't really care. Just say you have glaucoma. I don't know. And she's like, I can't do it. You do it. I'm like, why me? She goes, because you're in the entertainment business, and of course they're going to think you smoke pot. I'm like, but I don't. And she's like, no, do it. So she asked me. I got the pot license. I went in there. And I bought that THC oil thingy. And it was my first time there. And they told me to spin the wheel because I was the new customer. Spin the wheel, new customer. So I walked out of there with pot, gummy bears, like a roach clip, something to make the pot unstick so you can put it in the grinder, a lighter. And I was most fascinated by the gummy bears. Because I love gummy bears. But they don't give you directions.
You take it all.
Oh, dear.
I did. Well, I did.
know, I know.
No,
Actually,
don't do that.
Oh, I did. So I'm sitting there.
Ouch.
It was the night of the Academy Awards. And I just have a gummy bear. And I said to my friend, take one with me. And she's like, okay, you think one's enough? I'm like, I don't know. Let's start with one. Maybe, later on we'll take another. Pop in the gummy bear, eating it. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, my God. Now, I don't do pot. I'm allergic to the marijuana smell. I'm allergic to it, but I don't even know why I decided to do it. And I'm like, I can't move. And then I thought, oh my God, if something happens to my mother, what am I going to do? So now I'm like panic stricken, anxiety ridden, and I'm online going, how do you make this shit go through my system faster? And someone said, drink a lot of water. I must have I hate water. I never drink water. I drank so much water that I was like, and it did dissipate like faster, but it's like they should have directions, like because of stupid 55-year-olds like me that think it is like the candy. And then when I talk to another friend of mine, they're like, oh no, you're just supposed to bite off the head. I'm like, really? What's the directions? So Wendy,
Yes.
not that that matters, but the legalization of pot, you were a grower, is that correct? Why don't you tell a little about what you did and what you were doing and what was going on at the time when you were involved in this venture?
Yes. So we grew cannabis from, we took cuttings and we did the whole operation. It was while cannabis was still just medically legal, not fully legal. And then we delivered. We had a delivery service. We were very cautious about what we used in our feed. It made sure it was organic and it wasn't carcinogenic, which a lot of places use really bad stuff. So I'm not really sure what you want me to say. I've seen it in my lifetime. I've seen this whole industry just bloom. From, getting 5-finger nickel bags, when you're in high school, which was some Mexican crap. usually oregano. And is that how you say it?
Oregano?
We say oregano. Of course we do.
So do we.
Oh, wow, something in common. Okay.
To now going into a dispensary, and it's like a wet dream, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't even know what half that stuff is, but the oils, the CBD tinctures and the THC tinctures, and it's great. And there's
salves and there's everything.
The
now, isn't
salve is wonderful, and there's a big difference between ingesting and smoking, though. So, there's the high you get from eating.
But how come some of the stuff is like CBD oil, and then there's CBD oil with a little of THC? So, but they're both like medicinal or health benefits. So, what's the difference between just CBD and THC CBD oil? Anybody?
I never try it.
Well, Wendy can answer that.
Wendy, yeah. I know the answer to Wendy.
So, can you answer that?
Well, I don't know if I'm going to answer it correctly, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So for my understanding, so the CBD is non-hallucinogenic. You're not going to get a high, right? You're just
Correct.
going to relax. You're going to chill
That's the
out. Your
medicine.
muscles are going to relax. And then if you want to get a bit of a buzz, that's the THC.
Right. And on top of that, the CBD has anti-inflammatory properties, and that's why you feel relaxed. So it takes away pain from arthritis, from sore muscles. I use it for arthritis pain. I'm still walking because I use CBD oil.
Do you rub it in somewhere?
Well, I use a tincture because that works better for me, but you can massage it on the area. The THC adds, there's a synchronicity to using this two together. So if you're trying to really reduce your inflammation, you want a little THC in there because it aids in the effectiveness. And generally speaking, the amount of THC is so small. You don't feel it.
And have you been into any of these new shops now? It's like walking into like an Apple store.
Oh, yeah.
And most people are retirement age, and they're really all going in there for the arthritis creams, which is fabulous.
Oh, and it helps me sleep.
Yeah.
I take the THC to put me to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I don't
It's
want to
great.
get into a fight. I'm so against
Why
it.
are you?
Why?
Why are you
No,
against it?
I just
But do you take sleeping pills?
Which one do you take?
What are you against? Exactly.
Yeah, I would like.
I want to know what she takes.
I never, like, I grew up in Mexico, and I remember, like, some people used to use marijuana back then, and the memories I used to have is, like, people seems a little kind of off or slow and something. So my mom was very don't use drugs, don't drinking, don't use pills, and I'm kind of like that. I never try it, and everybody around me use it, and sometimes it's a little uncomfortable because I'm like, I don't want to be trying it. I don't want to do it.
You don't have to.
And I don't know what it is. Like, I would say probably my chiropractor did put this, like, thing. I didn't feel anything, to be honest, nothing personal, but I just didn't feel the difference. Maybe because the pain is the pain, but yeah, maybe I should try it one of these days.
Well, maybe
I
you
don't
should
know.
at least try it once, but maybe don't eat the whole gummy bear.
No, but there's two types of pot. There's indica,
Indica and
That's what it is.
sativa.
So confusing, so I don't want to try
There's
something
two
I don't
things.
know.
But then
Okay.
there's a hybrid. Isn't there a hybrid?
Yes.
I don't know why. Well, I know why.
And
I
the
know
hybrid can be sativa dominant or indica dominant.
You see?
See,
how
now you ask me
complicated?
why I know about it. It's because I belong to Goddess Camp. So, what's been going on with everybody this week? Oh, come on! There's got to be something in the news, something to talk about. I'm brain dead. I need you guys to talk. I don't want to talk all myself tonight.
Well, I can tell you where I'm going this weekend.
Please tell us.
Where are you going?
And how and why I'm going somewhere exciting this weekend.
Okay, tell us.
So I'll try and keep it as short as I can. My parents were in show business. We lived on Abbey Road. And our neighbour, not far up the road, was Paul McCartney. And that, my childhood, he was in my life. He would bring Martha for a walk and ring the doorbell. I mean, it was insane. And he was very fond of my parents and very sweet friend of theirs for many, many years. And they're both now gone. My mum and dad are both gone. But the last time he was in town, I did drop a note, my sister's idea, drop a note to his personal assistant just to see if we could go and see him at the Dodger Stadium.
Oh,
Yeah.
And they said yes.
Good.
So that was 3 or 4 years ago, whenever that last show was. So he's back in town. He's playing in LA on the 13th of July, which is my birthday. I already made plans. I'm going to be in Eugene. But he's playing this weekend at the Petco Park in San Diego. And I just thought, chutzpah. I'm going to just drop another line and just see. Well, not only did they say, yes, you can come, and this is because he loved my parents. He's not my great friend at all. He knows who I am. That's it. But very, very, very kind. But I also got a personal email back from him.
Wow.
Please, yes, come down to the show and bring your hubby. Wow. Cheers, Paul.
Oh, that's so cool.
So cool.
It's ridiculously
That's great.
cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? He doesn't need to do that.
No, he doesn't. But see, that he's a professional, and he also is a cool guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
good man,
I
yeah.
mean, like I work on the Grammys, and this was a while back, and I go to the rehearsals because that's part of my job. And I can't remember who was. Oh, Tina Turner and I think Beyonce were going to do a duet together. So everybody was coming out from wherever to see this rehearsal, and I'm sitting there. And literally, Bonnie Raitt sat here, and Paul McCartney sat here, and I'm like, I'm going to have a heart attack. And then they continue to engage, talking to me, and I'm trying to play off that this is normal. It's not normal. It is so not normal. And and I just that was like a funny part. That was like amazing in my life. But he's really cool. But the older, what I found out, the more professional, the more people that have been in the business longer, whether they're musicians, actors, whatever, they are so much more nicer and much more professional and polite. The new people, not so much. I mean, they go from a Nickelodeon show to their first TV show or their first movie, and all of a sudden there's a rider this long, and what a rider is a list of demands that the actor wants, and it is contractual, built as part of their contract, like to the point of stupidity, like green M&Ms in my dressing room. I mean,
I think that's a joke one now, isn't it? Doesn't everyone want that now because it's become this
But it's
thing?
true.
Who started it? Was it Nirvana or someone? Who started that?
Somebody did.
somebody
that?
did.
Yeah.
But it's
Prince probably. 'Cause he was
Probably. Well, he
crazy.
wanted purple M&Ms. But I remember when I used to manage Terry Nunn from Berlin. When I saw her contract, and it was like, a bottle of wine, some this, some that, and I can't believe me. It was like, really? We need to have a real writer to have people take us seriously. So I'm like, bottle of tequila, Patron Silver, that. And she was like, "You're crazy." And that's not that I drank it, but it was like, you have to do this because they expect it. They expect it. But she was amazing because she's one of the few who, after every concert, she will still come out and do a meet and greet with the audience. And these new people don't do that. They just don't.
Do you think it's because of the amount of money?
Yes.
I went to a recording art school and to become an engineer, and they teach us why they do that green M&M thing. It's because when you request on the writer, if they're paying attention enough to get you all green M&Ms, then you know that they're good service and they are going to be able to take care of you on a certain way. So it's almost like a test that it's like, oh, if you can get green M&Ms, then maybe we'll be on good terms.
But it's
sense,
true. But so many venues, I mean, I've been on that end. I mean, so many venues, they have a crappy soundboard person. It's like the soundboard person is used to like doing it for Metallica, but you have a synth pop 80s band. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Hey everyone, it's really quiet out there. 323-524-2599. 323-524-2599. So I hear you got a divorce.
Oh my God! Seriously, I knew it.
You were sitting there in the lobby saying, "We got to say something." I'm like, "No," and I'm like, "Oh, yes, we will."
Oh my God! Seriously, I think she just enjoyed putting me in the spot. I was never actually married. I date someone very casually, and I will say, I try to listen to my friends. My friends said, "Go date, move forward from your past." And my therapist said that. And I did it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do this for myself. And I realized I did something so against my heart, and I'm so mad with me because it was really hard. And I don't want to talk about the person was amazing. She's really sweet. But I wasn't there, so it was not fair to get married or involved with somebody if you're not available with somebody.
See, I get it.
So-
Anyone else ever have that?
It's never happened. It's the first time, and I need to learn to don't do that again. But I'm glad I did it. Now my therapist will be proud of me. I did it. No,
But the thing is, it's sort of like you stepped out of your comfort zone, and I think sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone. I mean, the same thing with online dating for me.
It's terrible.
They're horrible. 2012, I was doing this same podcast with a whole bunch of different women, and they were like, go on a dating site. And I'm like, absolutely not. And then they pissed me off so much that I did the same thing. I wanted to prove them. I wanted to prove me right. And then I actually found somebody, or we found each other. It's not like I was on a hunt. We found each other, and she was very lovely, and we're still good friends now. But it was a disaster. It was an absolute. The relationship was a disaster. It shouldn't meant to be. It was kind of like forced because I was trying to partially prove these women right and wrong, but dating sites, what do you guys feel when there's peer pressure, whether it's from your friends or whether it's from a therapist or whether it's from, who cares where it's from? Do you guys usually lean toward peer pressure, or do you just say screw it?
This is me. I feel guilty.
Yes.
And I try. Okay, no, I don't want to hurt the person. Let me try. And after I get to this level, I feel suffocated because I'm doing something completely over pressure.
So why do you think you do it? There's free choice and free will.
I know, and I never done it, and I'm glad I experienced it because now is no way I will go. And my friends say, go online dating. Hell no, I have so much work to do. My heart have to heal, and I have to do a lot of things with my work and my career. But online dating is waste of time. Do you like online dating, Jennifer?
Well, I think it's the only way of dating, isn't it? What other way is there?
Terrible.
What's the alternative? You go to a bar.
There isn't any.
Yeah.
And you're in groups of friends, and everyone's on their phones. And I don't know. I mean, where are you going to meet other people? It's just 2019. It's what people do.
Switch
but
to
it's
the right.
crazy. This, like, you're literally looking at a screen and just flying through hundreds of people. And what strikes me, though, is how many people are on these apps. How many people are single?
They didn't even
I was really shocked. You know, you get on, you think, oh, there'll be half a dozen people.
Time out. A lot of people online is not single because before I realized a lot of people on these sites, the majority of them, they are curious. They are married women who have the boyfriend, and out of the blue, it's like they send you this picture. It's like pretty much naked. They do that to a man.
No.
That's so turned off.
Naked, Mel?
Oh my
Oh my God.
Putting me in the spot.
Well, I have never.
I know being
ever
online in a long time.
done a dating site because I'm older and I've been through a few husbands as it is.
4 husbands. We
That's
remember.
Right. I'm on my 4th. And you know how I met him? I wrote to him in prison. That's how I met my husband.
True story. I know this one. She knows this one.
Yeah.
How did you find him in the
Jennifer?
first place to write to him in prison? No, this is a
have
good
a
story.
This is amazing story.
Well, no, not everybody's like Bruce, and I can guarantee you the women's prisons aren't that great. Okay, so girls, calm down.
So I read about him in the LA Times. They did a big article on him, like a 3-page article. And by the time I got to the end, I thought, this guy's innocent. I'm going to send $25 to the freebruce.org site. And this is wrong. This is terrible. This poor young man. Because he was in prison from the age of 17 until he was 42.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
So I was his pen pal. We were friends, but we were very good friends, close, connected. We had each other's back.
That's cute.
And then when he got out, I told my sister I wanted to snog his face off.
Do you know what that means?
So you see,
Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
We can imagine.
What are you looking at me? it's like they're putting me in the spot now. I think she liked putting me in the spot. I kind of like it though.
I like it too. So snogging. Then what
Snogging.
happened?
Well, no, what happened? I mean, I fell for him immediately. I met him, and I already knew him.
Well, how long from the pen pal to the meeting?
Oh, 3 years.
3 years.
I didn't meet him till he got released from prison.
Oh, wow.
We used to speak on the phone, but we were just friends. And then I met him, and then I liked him a lot.
Oh, wow.
And then here we are. He's my fourth husband. So wow. And last, fourth
You have to
and
write a book.
last husband.
You need to,
Yes.
that'd
This
be
is a great
amazing.
story.
I'm just at the beginning of thinking about doing that. Yes, I am going to do that.
Now, who has an exciting story like that?
Yeah, can't. No.
No.
I can compete.
Not either.
Nope.
But I mean, it is. But I mean, and I didn't want to switch it to dating sites and stuff. But seriously, these kids nowadays are being bullied,
Yep.
peer pressure. I think we all were. I mean, you're tall. You tall people never get bullied. But
She's like,
Is this a new tallism? I don't think this is fair.
but like I was bullied, but not in a bad way. But bullying in like my generation is pale in comparison to what they're doing to these kids now. And it's these children are so affected by it. And it doesn't have to be gay. It could be any kid, whether overweight or whatever, that doesn't fit in or doesn't fit the norm. These kids are like committing suicide.
it's terrible.
It's terrible. But you imagine the intensity. You're so right. You remember when you were a kid and someone called you a name and then you called them one back and then you went home and you might have cried and the next day they were your best friend.
Right.
And it kind of ended. But these days, yes.
Terrible.
We have a caller.
Fabulous.
Oh, good.
Hello, caller. Oh, hold on. I'm being told 1 second. Hello, caller. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Fine. Who's speaking? Welcome to Between the Sheets.
Thank you. My name is Sean
Hi, Sean. Where are you calling from?
from Encino.
Oh, that's so far away. What would you like to ask us? Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Well, speaking of divorce and online dating, I'm getting married in 2 weeks to my fiance who I met online.
Woohoo.
Which service did you use?
Tinder.
Oh.
Now you know. Wait a minute. Okay. Now that you're on, I have to ask you. So you did the swipe like fuck? I mean, how did it work?
Wearing Georgia.
$1.
Actually, it was swipe, looking for friends or dating or more than that. Or someone to marry.
So you were on a mission. Oh, by the way, here's my $1 for saying the nasty word. You were on a mission to find like a friend or a partner, a life partner, correct?
Yeah.
And how many tries, or not even tries of like you dating or encounters, did you have before you met your future partner, wife?
Well, that time around that I was online, I didn't go on many dates. I did talk to a bunch of people and filtered through all of them because there were definitely some horrible ones on there.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You have to sift through that a lot. But I probably only met 2 people before I met my fiance.
Is she there?
Yeah, she's here.
Well, tell her to say hi.
Say hi, Danielle. Hi, guys.
Hi. So where are you guys getting married, and are we invited?
I am. I think we have to come clean here. I think this is maybe
One
something
of
to do
them
with
is
Wendy.
the mother of the bride.
Oh my God! All right, so it's like I'm so dumb because she was mad at you. You guys didn't call in last time. Truth be
We
told,
couldn't get online. We couldn't figure out how to get on there.
And we were buying a couch.
Of course you were. Of course you were. Oh.
There's important things in life.
And
you
we
know?
didn't talk about online dating when they're getting married. So
no, but there are success. No,
That's
there are
beautiful.
success stories in online dating.
Congratulations. That's beautiful.
I have a question though. With the
Oh,
online
there's a lot of success stories.
and with the online dating, how long after the initial, was then the date? Was then the moving in? Was then the net? Like, did it?
Are you talking about lesbian U-Haul?
Go on a? That's
Something you don't even do.
Actually,
Why do you
to
even
be
ask
honest,
that?
To be honest, we talked for 8 months before we even met.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
no, I totally
Was
get
she in
that.
prison?
and then we moved in the next week.
That is a lesbian
wow.
U-Haul. See now,
That is mystifying to me. I am mystified with this myth of the U-Haul move-in.
We're different.
No, we're just kidding.
Oh.
We're just kidding. We didn't move in for a year and a couple months.
Oh, thank you.
so you guys, did you guys start out as friends, or did you get busy right away after the 8 months? And maybe you don't want to admit this while your mother's here.
Yeah, maybe not.
It's okay. My daughter
Your
loves
mom.
shocking me.
Shock away. So you guys
but
are getting
anyway,
married. That is, I mean,
we
Wendy's
had a
been
question
talking
for
about
you
it.
guys.
Uh oh. Go ahead.
We wanted. I mean, I don't know if there's any successful marriages on this panel, but we wanted a little piece of everyone's marriage advice, especially with times of stress.
Well,
Okay.
I'm jaded. I'll start, but no, I won't start. That's negative. Let's start with someone with a positive thing.
Well,
Tara?
Yes, definitely look
Because
at
I
her
think
positive.
Cara's the only one that's
because
married.
once you're out of prison, it's all uphill.
One piece of advice, I guess I would say, when you get to that point where you're feeling really annoyed with your other half, turn it around and just go back into the kitchen and make him a fucking milkshake.
Naked.
Naked. In other words, turn it around and do something nice. And when you do something nice for that person and you see their face light up, then you forget that you're cross with them.
No, I get it. I mean, I was in an 18-year relationship, and it was successful. I mean, and it had its moments. But I think with every marriage or relationship you do, and I tried. I was also really young. I had a hot temper and she had a hot temper. So it was pretty interesting. But as we got older in the relationship and older as people, it was take that 10-minute walk away. Yeah. When you know it's heated, walk away, think, don't talk, and then come back and discuss. Yeah. Fighting thing, all that stuff. It just gets ugly. Once that train leaves the station, I don't care if you think you control it, you can't. And sometimes things get said and done, unfortunately, that you can always you could always get repaired, but why even bother? Why even have it start? Just always walk away.
When you don't even mean it.
Exactly.
Oops.
Yeah. I would say never go to bed angry.
That's what I was going to say, because my best relationships I have, I remember was one of our rules, because we humans, we get heated, and I remember she say, whatever we do, we take our space, we never go to bed mad. And I remember, and so far was my most beautiful relationship, and I wish I learned from that, because sometimes we do that.
Why are you looking at me? We haven't been a couple. We are not going to get to that point.
Women, we are so. Well, you kind of have a little Latin in you. I am. So.
And don't text when you're angry.
Oh, my God,
You know what? I'm
Jennifer.
sorry. Just do me a favor. Don't ever text. Ever. It's the worst form of communication
Don't text
ever.
at all?
Ever.
Don't text at all?
I would rather you send smoke signals. I swear to God.
Terrible.
It's horrible. I mean, the only thing you text is "I love you," smile emojis, rainbow hearts, and then all of a sudden, and then remember when you send hearts. I just learned this not that long ago. Every color heart has a meaning. Make sure you're sending the right one.
What?
Oh yeah.
Apparently we have to look this up. It's
I'm
a
in big
thing.
trouble.
The emoji dictionary. There's a friend of mine that always sends emojis, and I always have to go, God, I just want to make sure. I mean, because something looks cute. I don't want it to say, hey, I want to, fuck your brains out. Right. You're my friend. I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, there goes the dollar.
Wait, Gaye Ann, what does the purple heart mean? Because that's what I always use as a purple
The purple
Yeah,
heart
you
has
use
two.
that all the
The
time.
purple heart has two meanings. One is peace, love, and spirituality. And there's another version of the emoji dictionary that it's S&M.
And that explains a
that?
lot.
What
I'm
does
in
the black
trouble.
heart mean?
Black heart means lay on your back and it's time. No, I don't know. I'm making it
I'm horrified.
Jennifer, you see how
I
I
always
feel?
use the black heart.
I know. What does the black heart mean? I know Ryan's looking it up.
My favorite is the heart with the outline. I go and find the little white heart with the black outline.
What is that one? I never see
You have
it.
to copy and paste it from a website. It's not in the emoji keyboard.
Well, I've never been that lucky. Nobody
Okay,
sent
black
it.
heart means I am too old to see that right now.
can read
No, Jennifer, can you read that?
Yes. Heart shaded completely black may be used to express morbidity, sorrow, or a form of dark humour. But it's not to be confused with the heavy black heart, I guess. I can't read anymore because...
Well, I'm going to tell you, Jennifer, every time we could do this podcast, you'll be sitting by that screen because I just love to hear that accent.
Can we go back to emojis? I have a question.
Yes, that's absolutely.
So one emoji that I can't quite get right is the rolling eyes emoji. You know the little emoji
love it.
who rolls their eyes, but he always looks upset.
Is that like the seizure emoji?
Is that what I look like?
Or the epileptic? I mean, seriously.
I love the brain blowing off one. That's my favourite one. The little head that's got his brain above his head. No, the eye rolling doesn't look funny. It doesn't look cute. It looks mad all the time. I just can't. I've tried it and I can't do it.
Why do you send it to me all the time? I don't get it.
No, but it's just so funny. I mean, the language. Hold on. This is more important. Your mom didn't chime in here on what her
Yes.
her advice
Advice.
is.
Wedding advice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, we need that.
Okay, so I think the best advice I could give would be at the end of the day when you come home, you've both been out working all day, and I would say give each other a little space. You know, don't start talking about the day yet. Don't start... It's my daughter laughing. That's my daughter laughing because
you know your daughter very well.
she can't wait. No, nothing waits, but give each
No,
other...
she needs her space.
Oh, she needs her space. I think it's important to give each other a little space to decompress at the end of the day. And, you know, then you can chime in with whatever. You know, that worked really great during my marriage.
But it's true. I mean, just like even in general, like when I get home and I've done this for years with a relationship or without a relationship. I mean, I come in my home, I go straight to my bedroom, I take off my clothes and put on, you know, just out of the business.
The bra has to come off.
The bra
What
has
is
to
that? I
absolutely
don't
come off.
understand that at all.
What is it, Brian? I
Oh,
don't
it's the
know
boob
either.
size reference. I've got it.
Well, I mean,
I never
don't-
take
I-
off my bra.
What do you
I
mean?
mean, I do eventually. No, not when I come home.
Well, what do you do
Me
when you go
neither.
home?
No,
I go
Get
home.
a glass of water? I don't know.
No, I go home. I go in the bedroom.
don't
I
wear my-
get changed. I then go feed the cats, and then after people can talk to me.
But what if a stranger, just say someone comes knocking at your door and you're just standing there in your pajamas without a bra?
Well, I don't. I have the ring, and I go hello.
Oh, then you just run and get changed. Oh, you just don't answer
I don't.
the door.
No, I go. No, it's the ring doorbell.
The doorbell
You can
thing.
see them. They can't see you. Go hello.
That's the best.
What do you
About
want?
spontaneity? What if
Yeah.
like some
Mass murderer comes in. And pulls your
my goodness, I'm from a different planet. No, what about some nice, friendly person?
Who the hell knocks on somebody's door
to
anymore?
your house.
Your neighbors?
No, come
no.
on.
My
Where-
neighbor-
Wendy, fight
Wait a
it
minute.
in, Wendy.
I have to say, my
wow.
neighbor
I'm from-
stopped by my house the other night, and I love my neighbor, but I do not expect anybody to knock on my door. She knocked on my door. It was after dark. I freaked out. I would not answer the door. I think I was on the phone with you, Danielle. Oh, my gosh. And I'm like, who's there? Who's there? Oh, my God. And I just freaked
I
out.
think this is a cultural
I
difference.
kn-
Cara,
I
didn't people knock on it when I grew up? And even now, my parents, if I go back and visit them in Australia, we have neighbours dropping in all the time. All the time.
That's in Mexico
I
too.
like that.
What are you
Every
looking at
day.
me for?
Because I don't understand
I
why
grew
you-
up from New Jersey. We didn't answer our doors.
No. In Mexico, we used to even not knocking, go to the neighbor's
You
house.
just walk
We
in.
grew up with the neighbors,
Yeah.
but right now nobody come visit me without telling me. Never. I come home, I take a shower, and I forget.
Well, I
it.
don't mind the drop-ins.
I never had.
I don't,
that
but I
here.
don't have drop-ins. And I
Do you
would.
have any friends?
I have a lot of friends,
Checking.
but they call. It's like, "Hi, can I come over?"
Oh, but don't you? I don't know. I love
Do you
that
have people
spontaneous-
here doing that?
How many
Here.
people knock on
I-
your door
I
in
know-
Santa Monica?
I know in our country,
My
it's
neighbour
different.
did just in my country. Yes, in
Yeah,
Australia all the
different.
time.
Okay. Well, here
Here.
Here, no, my neighbours knock on my door.
for what?
A glass of wine?
Oh my
No,
God,
really?
you're very friendly. I should come over more often.
Yeah, that
Santa
sounds
Monica.
fun. Let's have the vision board at your house.
So everyone, Ryan, I know we went on late, so can we go? We can keep going. Screw it. Okay, 323-524-2599. 323-524-2599. I've suddenly woke up and we're on a roll. So Ryan's letting us go later. What'd you say, Ryan?
Are we moving off of the call?
Oh, we have another one? Okay. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, darling.
Love you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yay.
And every time your mom is on, you better call in because she's not very happy when you don't. Now you're going to have to call in and report after the wedding, after the honeymoon,
Jewish
all that
guilt.
other stuff.
Jewish guilt.
Yes. we
No,
will.
never feel guilt. You know, my parents were just visiting from Australia.
Thank
a
you,
few
guys.
weeks
I
ago.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And my dad, who's in his early 80s, left me with, he very randomly throughout our whole course of our life leaves little words of wisdom. Just, which he doesn't remember, he said, but it's very important too, you know, as a daughter. And at the airport, he said, just remember, never feel guilt.
Oh, wow.
And I said,
What a
thank
gift.
you, Dad.
Nice one.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, there's a few of those little gems through my whole life that have just, of course, they carry so much impact. But I loved that one.
Yeah.
Particularly, you know, in the middle of your life where I am now, and you've got so many decisions that you're making all the time, and what you're doing and spending, and time, and business, and friends. And it was just such a lovely
Advice.
That
advice
is.
to have. Yeah. My mum looked at him as if he was crazy.
Is your mom a guilterer?
From a line of that, yes. She's fabulous. But it was very interesting. And he said, no, I'm standing firm to this. You know, and I said, thanks, Dad, that's great. And it was lovely. so no
that's
guilt.
nice.
We should
No
all take
guilt.
that.
But
on.
I would love to. But, you know, it's like my mother even, she's 87, and, you know, she'll come out with words of wisdom. And, you know, and it's interesting because what I do find is, you know, my mother was a crazy wild woman when she was younger. And as she gets older, it's like, wow, she was really smart. But it's not that she played that 50s, 60s housewife thing. Even though she worked and stuff, she was that traditional where, you know, she allowed my dad to be the reprimand me. Like, I had fear of my father, absolutely no fear of my mother. You know, it's like, Dad, can I do this? No, Mom, go. I'll cover for you. Okay, thanks, Mom. But it's true. Like, as people get older, and I think all of us at this table, thank you, you know, all of us at this table, do you not, as well as you get older, feel wiser?
Oh, goodness, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was such a flibbity gibbet.
Yeah.
Goodness, yes.
Dumb shit. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. That's
That was not
that's
bad.
50 cents.
You get
It's
away with
half
that.
a word.
That's half a word.
Have a swear.
But I mean, were you guys wild kids?
Oh, goodness,
Oh, my God.
yes.
Yeah.
I was
Terrible.
terrible.
Terribly naughty.
Terrible.
Like, give me a story. I'll determine naughty.
I was.
Okay. Okay, so
All right, Wen.
as a teenager, before we could drive, sorry, Danny, and I know you're hearing this. So we snuck out with a bunch of guys, and we told our parents that we were going to do a sleepover at a friend's house, and instead we went out to the Angeles Forest to camp with these guys that, you know. So
You didn't know them.
no, we knew them.
Oh.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
knew them. They could drive. They were older. It was not permitted. And somehow our parents found out.
Uh-oh.
And so the fathers came looking for us. My dad had a shotgun.
No, seriously?
The other dad had a machete. What? And the other guy had a baseball bat. And thank God the sheriffs found us first.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah, no, I was grounded for about 6 months.
Wow.
I would think I was 15,
Oh, that's young, though.
14.
That's young. How old were the guys?
16.
Oh, that okay. 18
not
would have been
that
a problem.
bad.
16, not so bad.
Well, they're lucky to be alive.
Yes, I
we're
guess
all
so.
lucky to be alive.
Every day, count your blessings.
So that was just something, and sneaking out of the house in the middle of the night. Take my dog with me so he wouldn't bark when I came back in.
Oh, that was smart.
Hey, you got to think. So I was rotten. And then I told my children, there's nothing you can do or your friends can do that I have not done myself or if my friends done. You're never going to get away with anything.
Wow.
And I think they never did.
So
Maybe they did.
Maybe they did. Cara, I can imagine what you've done.
I mean, I got up to all sorts of nonsense, but my father he really didn't discipline me at all. So if I said I want to go away for the weekend, we're going up to Norfolk, we met these two guys, we're going on a train, he'd say, all right, darling, here's 20 quid. Really? Have fun. I know, we did. Have fun.
But what
I moved to New York when I was 17.
Wow.
I met a man in New York. I moved there when I was
Wow.
17.
Wow.
I still can't get my head around how I managed to do that, but I did.
Wow.
Wow.
Wild.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, my parents were pretty similar, actually. We were expected to do very well in school and very well in sports and have a part-time job and do all those things. But then, as long as you kept all that up, fine. And I was the same. I remember being out in Surfers Paradise when I was about 15 or 16 and telling Mum and Dad that I wanted to go out to the clubs. And we'd already been doing that. We grew up in Sydney, so we would already been clubbing from about 14. And they said, okay. And I'm like, okay. Try and be home by X amount, time. I said, okay. And off I went. And now you look at it now, the same kind of thing. Like, who would let their 15, 16-year-old daughter to a sea of nightclubs?
I did.
I
did. My mother knew,
did?
my father did. And at 13, I went to Studio
Yeah.
54.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. But would you do it today? Would you? I mean, we all did it.
You know what? When I think about it, we used
Yeah.
to walk the streets of New York because it was from club to club to club to club to club. So you'd go to Limelight, 54, Visage, Private Eye, and people would say, "Hey, jump in the cab with us." Other people, and we'd just do it. I mean, I also remember back in the day, like when you used to go to concerts, rock concerts, because I went to a lot of rock concerts, like The Who and Aerosmith and all those people, and I never partook in it, but I remember like that weed that used to go like down the aisle. And what I kept thinking was, first of all, I don't want to do it, but two, all the germs on that thing. Are you kidding me?
No, I can't do it.
So, Mel, what have you done?
I was a very active kid.
In what way?
I was always busy trying to create something, and I remember the one I was really, really, really in trouble. I used to go to the back door of our house, and I go into the wall. I don't know how I crawled that wall, and I go to the second level, and I went to like little tiny line like that connects the house, and I go to all the way to the house in the end of the street, go down the wall, take all the bananas from my neighbor, go back again, walk that.
You did all that shit to get bananas?
And this is the funny part. I always used to. I was like 7 years
You have an
old.
interesting mind.
I love cooking back then. It was about the cooking. And I used to make these banana breads, and my mom always asked me, how you get the bananas? Oh, the neighbors give it to me. Yeah, of course. I got home with my bananas one day of 20 times I did it, and I just saw the neighbor who owns the house and my mom in the door. I was like, oh, crap, I am in trouble. And like that one, I did a lot of crazy things.
Hold on, we have a caller.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to Between the Sheets. This is Gaye Ann and the Crazy Lady Tribe. What's your name and where you're calling from? Hello?
Hello?
I can read.
Me?
Hi, who's this?
My name is Dana.
Hi, Dana. How are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Carlos, Panama.
Like Panama, the country?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Anybody know her? Is she a friend of anybody?
No.
This is pretty cool. You're listening to us in Panama. I'm stoked.
Wow.
Are you enjoying the show?
You know what? I don't know I don't really know what your show is. I on Facebook I saw a thing for Char Vision.
Oh,
And
that
I
was the
called
last
this phone
show.
number.
I could tell your future. I would tell your future if I had my tarot cards, but I didn't bring them tonight. This is a show about empowering women and dating sites. Are you good with that?
Sure. I like empowering women. I've never been on a dating site.
So why don't you tell us a little bit, and just a thing, what's your sign?
Okay, I'm a Cancer, Virgo rising, Moon in Libra. I have
that.
a triple conjunction in Cancer and a triple conjunction in Libra, and they're exactly squared.
Well, she
Wow.
knows.
Well, obviously she's calling Shar. We're sitting here going, I just know my sun, my moon, my rising. God bless you.
I'm also a Cancer with Virgo rising.
I don't even
That's
know.
all I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm also
You're
a
also
Cancer.
Cancer with Virgo rising?
Yes.
So
okay.
do
Yeah.
you read, or what do you do? I mean, do you have a job?
I'm sure she reads.
I don't currently have a job. I'm almost 66.
Oh, congratulations,
done
retired. I'm
charts.
jealous.
Yeah, I've done charts for people. I've done readings for people. I've done lots of different things. I'm a designer. I also owned a health food store.
Wow. In Panama?
No, not in Panama. In upstate New York.
Oh, okay. Are you originally from New York?
Yeah, I'm originally from New York and the metropolitan area, but I lived most of my life in the Woodstock area.
You're not old enough to have gone to the real Woodstock, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
but I
she
didn't
is.
go. I'm 66. I turned 16 that summer,
Yeah.
but I was living and working on an Indian reservation, the Cherokee Indian Reservation in Cherokee, North Carolina.
Wow.
And we were working with the children there and running like a school camp program, and we didn't want to leave them like midstream, so we voted to stay and finish out the program.
So you missed the most famous concert ever in the world.
Yes, I know, but I got to live in the town for most of my life, and I know most of the people.
Oh, that's
I
wonderful.
did miss that concert, but I did to lots of wonderful concerts, and I've never been sorry that I didn't walk out on the children.
No, you have
right.
you have a
That's good.
beautiful soul. I could see that. Do you do this professionally? What you do, the charts and stuff?
I have.
Do you want to promote your website? Because I know you made a left turn and landed it between the sheets. So I'll give you the opportunity to promote yourself for a moment if you'd like.
I don't have a website, so I don't really have much to promote in that way, but thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And, try to tune in to hear us. We're on the first and third Friday of each month. And please call in from Panama. See if you like our show. I think you'll have some fun. And maybe you can impart some sort of wisdom as well to, we're a little bit of potty mouth, so. But we are spiritual, so.
Sounds like you have lots of fun.
Well,
so
thank you so much for calling and have
Well,
fun.
good fun.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
Sweet.
That was so
You
cool.
just stumbled across us on Facebook.
Yeah, no, she was calling into Char, who's the show before us, the show before us, who is like a really famous psychic person.
Oh, right.
So I guess time difference she screwed up. But 323-524-2599. That's to talk to between the sheets.
I have a question out of that. What is a triple rising? What was that? What did she say it was?
I don't know.
Who knows?
What was
That was very complicated.
I get the rising. I'm not sure what part of me is rising, but there are somethings rising at some stage.
Well, there's always something rising about you. I can see it now.
But what was the triple?
I don't know.
I don't understand the trine. See, someone did my chart, and I thought, okay, sun, moon. I figured that out. But then they went into every planet has something and what it means. And I actually have done charts for people, but I've done the basic stuff, not the interpretive stuff. So I can tell you what it is, tell you what literally it means, but then, to be like a psychic or a mystic there's other stuff added on, like connect the dots, but I don't connect them. So I really don't know. But you know what? I bet you Cheryl Murphy, who is one of our women, she's a psychic medium. I'm not going to say she does this, but I think next time she's on, maybe we'll ask her. We'll ask her really that we had a question that someone came on.
Yes.
And what that really means and how that sort of guides who we are.
Now I'm curious.
I think it means you have 3 planets in the same sign.
Trine?
Sign.
3
3 planets in the same sign.
It's all about the minute you were born, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the place and the time.
Oh.
It's a real science. It's very complicated. That's why it's over my head.
That's
Right
why I like
now.
to do tarot. It's kind of like you do what you do. You just do what you do.
You know what?
How did you say that?
I picked a
Tarot?
card the other day,
Tarot.
right, out of a deck that was sitting outside, and I just thought I'm going to pick a card. I pulled one out, and it was a tough one. You know, it said expect some issues. You've got stuff to work out. You're going to get there. You will heal. But it said expect some sickness. 2 hours later, I threw up all over the car.
Serious? Oh,
And I'm not a throwy-uppy person.
no.
I mean, this card just literally said, it's going to not be very nice, but you're going to get it out. And it felt like it was a physical
purging?
thing.
Wow.
It was a
Purging.
purging. It was a purging.
Just like ayahuasca, minus the ayahuasca.
Do you like
It was
that?
like that.
Do I like what? Vomiting? No, I do not.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Do I like?
hear about it.
I've done it.
Yeah. And do you like it? I hear about it. I just a couple of
don't-
friends I done
I
it. And
I don't think you do it to like it.
No.
I don't know
There's
what
a
it is.
purpose.
It's
It's
not
an
like
experience.
okay. It's a ritual. It's a ritual shamanistic thing. You just don't buy ayahuasca and go sit, with a couple of bottles of wine and just drop it like you do LSD or acid
Like
or
a-
some hallucinogenic thing, which I have never done. But did I like it? I didn't go there to like it. I actually didn't know what the hell I was going to experience. I've never done a hallucinogenic in my life because I have control issues. I'm working on them, and my business coach is helping me. But I am trying. I just thought, I'll try it. I did it. It was 8 hours of pure agony.
Oh.
In
Oh.
a fetal position on a mat
no, I'm not doing
in
it.
Ojai with somebody drumming. And every time they drummed, I felt the vomit want to
no,
come
I
up.
can't do
And
it.
I'm like, oh, no, you don't. 8 hours. I swear,
wow.
I fought the vomit from coming up for 8 hours. When I finally vomited 8 hours later, it was the weirdest thing. It was like it felt. And I feel like I've repeated it on the show, but it could have been another show because I've done this before. It was a ball, like a pit of fire right here in my solar plexus. I now know my chakras. And it actually, I felt it riding up, like literally the heat just kept coming up. And then I finally puked.
Oh.
When I vomited, I opened my eyes because I didn't want to see me vomit, okay? I just opened my eyes, literally. And I didn't realize this because then I immediately got really cold. My hair, my body, my clothing was drenched. When you're younger, like a shower. When you're older, like a night sweat. Okay? Whoever can relate to that. And I just thought, holy crap. And I didn't realize what it was until a day later. And I still battle this, but it's about fear. I was scared going into it. The whole the hallucinations were all about fear. Fear of vomiting, fear of opening up my eyes, fear. And literally, when that ball of fear got expelled, I felt so much lighter.
Wow. And did that last? Has that lasted for the rest of your life?
You know what? Yeah, I don't. I'm still fearful about certain things. I mean, which I think is just human. I don't think you. I think to be human, you can't be fearless. You can say you're fearless, but you're full of shit. I think everybody has this piece of them that still holds on to fear. It's the amount of fear and how you let it control you. And I think what that taught me is not to allow fear to control me. To be able to feel the fear, feel it, think about it, and then move forward. If you feel it's in your best interest. If you don't feel it's in your best interest, then it's not fear, then it's choice and it's proper judgment. But you have to go with your gut. So yes, I am not as fearful. I don't let fear rule my judgments anymore.
I will just say that a lot of people have had ayahuasca that I know, and many of them have had the most incredible mind-changing experiences.
A lot of people say that.
I mean, one friend of mine, he spent the entire 8 hours, and it sounds like a long time.
I know it is.
But he was on a beach, and everyone he ever knew and met was in a row, and he went down an entire row of people from his entire life and had a moment with every one of them. I mean, can you imagine how fabulous that must
That would
have
be
been?
wonderful.
If you can dial in and choose that experience with ayahuasca, maybe.
I love her Jennifer face. She's so expressive.
Yeah.
I love a lot of things about you, by the
Thank
way.
you,
She's
Melanie.
so funny.
They're not dating.
No, we are not dating.
Just want to let everybody
we
know.
are friends.
Because I asked that already.
No, we are not dating. We love each other.
Exactly.
We're good friends. That's cool. We met actually in a friendly dating site. And
Exactly.
yeah,
Well, I have met a few of my friends in the past on dating sites. I mean, I'm not going to say this because I can't say it because she has a girlfriend now, and I don't know if she told her girlfriend. But, I mean, there are people that are in my life right now and in the past that I'm good friends with.
Yeah.
And we met on a dating site, but that's when I was putting on the dating site friends only.
Yeah,
Literally, it
that's-
says friends only.
Do you think this comes full circle to how we started the show? Talking about putting things into the universe and putting
Yes.
things into the magic or whatever you want to, your vision board, paper mache, whatever you want to do.
Mache.
Paper
Don't
mache.
go changing it.
Well, I was going to pull you up on, what did you say those cards were? Tarot cards?
Tarot
Tarot
cards.
cards?
I know, it's awful.
you don't know. I know how to
Tarot
read those.
cards.
Tarot.
Yeah, tarot.
She's talking about the way we
The
say
way
it.
we say it.
Oh,
Anyway,
How
if
do
you're putting
you say it?
tarot cards.
Tarot.
That's what I said, tarot.
This is But if you're putting something out there, whether it's on a dating app, whether it's... Didn't you say that again? It's not the messenger, it's the message.
Yep.
So, coming full circle, it's that same thing, right? You might be on a dating app. I've met fabulous people when you've jumped on an app for a minute and they've been there, bang, that's it, you're done.
Yeah.
Off. And that person's been in your life ever since. You know, so whether that's in the car parking lot...
I've been to Australia 5 times. I understood that.
or the footpath, or anywhere you are, like wherever
Or the
you
pavement.
See, yes, wherever you see someone.
Sidewalk. Otherwise, not a sidewalk.
Right, but you do. If you believe somewhat in what you're putting out into the universe or energy, and you know
look-
wherever that is, but even here, like all
So
people come
right.
together for.
But see, that's the thing. It's sort of like when I was decided to do the podcast, I was like, I don't know. I mean, I spoke to Carr like 2 years ago. I'm like, I'm going to redo this podcast. Are you in? And then it never happened. And then I just started to say, you know, I put out in the universe in December, I really need to do this. And literally, you know, Tony, I made the call to Tony. He said, sure. And then I called Carr. I said, you still in? Yes. Okay. And then I literally started to look at friends and people on Facebook that I knew and sort of that L word, you know, who's connected to who, what, and started to see different people and things that were popping up on my feed and women that were interesting. I just cold called them. I mean, I cold called you. I'm like, hi. I called Melanie.
That's
Who
fabulous.
are you?
Yeah, she's like, who are you? I'm like,
Who are you?
yeah.
She's like,
You know?
you're on my Facebook, and I want to talk to you about this. I'm like, okay. It's a little weird, but we talked for 3.5 hours.
Whoa.
That was fantastic. Yeah.
Wow.
And the next week, I was here.
Right. I mean, like
amazing.
everything. Mara, Tristan. I mean, Wendy, I've known from camp. You, I don't know, but I got you through her, and we didn't.
Delicia,
did we
you didn't know before?
Didn't know Delicia before. Liz Keener, I knew. Cheryl Murphy's one of my psychics. So, I mean, a lot of the people, and the thing is, I want it to grow. You know, I'm not stopping. I know it's like all you people are like, all right, you got 10 people already. We like this now. We want to be on here more. But I just think we have to start bringing people on as guests, and just really, it is about empowering women. I mean, you know, July 19th, a good friend of mine, Marg Helgenberger, she was on CSI. She's going to be on. She's on a new CBS show called All Rise. You know, I've got, and it's another thing, like, and I'm not bragging that I have celebrity friends, but the minute, because I work with them, okay? The minute that I said I'm starting my podcast again, they were like, we'll be on it. Huh? Without me asking. You know, so this is just so exciting, and I'm glad you all are part of it. But you're absolutely right. What you put out, you manifest. Mm-hmm. And, you know, whether it's, you know, I do my angel cards every morning. And then I go, okay. And then I go, and when I'm home, I do it again. I'm obsessed with my angel cards because I'm testing it. Because I test them. I think of something, and then I pull those 3 freaking cards, and I'm telling you, you know what? I'm going to bring them next time. I'm going to bring the angel cards next time because it's uncanny. Uncanny how accurate it is. It freaks me out. Sometimes I'll do it 2 times in a row, and like 2 out of the 3 cards
same card
will be the same, and I shuffle it.
I do that. I have my angel cards, the same card, and I say, no, this is not the answer I want. And again,
yes,
same
I don't
card.
like this one. I don't like this one. The one that says "grow up." I don't like you. I don't like you. You
Well,
card.
you need Wendy
happens
to
to me
interpret.
too.
Look at, Wendy is fabulous interpreter for tarot cards.
Thank you.
Really.
See, we've got the tarot
The best.
area here. This is the tarot area.
Skeptics.
Tarot.
And the skeptic. No, Cara's not a
well,
skeptic.
I believe
I
it.
You're a
have
heathen, Jennifer.
I have a pendulum which was given to me by a wonderful friend who's now gone, so I treasure it. But I'll talk. Maybe I'll bring it next time I'm on because it's an incredible thing. I'm just in love with this pendulum.
Or no.
It talks to me
all the time.
Or you just ask yourself and come up
My
with the answer by
pendulum is a
yourself.
vibrator on a chain.
Jennifer.
You know, one's supposed to hear that. Everyone, are we really that far off? 30 minutes.
gotta go.
You've got the bonus round here at Between the Sheets. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Gaye Ann. First and third Friday of every month, 7 p.m. Pacific. You can follow us on Instagram at QTEBrat. Facebook, Between the Sheets Podcast.com. We have a website, BetweenTheSheetsPodcast.com too. Yeah, please call us. You know, we're just as strong as you are. Your support, your calls, your emails, your everything. Thank you so much for sharing. Every time I post something, you share it. You get the word out. We are getting amazing amount of listenership, and that's by word of mouth. And really, as Sharon Osbourne would do, I appreciate it. We all appreciate it. And she's going to be on the show. Oops, cat's out of the bag. But I just want to say thank you. You're listening to the theme song of Between the Sheets, graciously given to me to play from Terry Nunn in Berlin. They're going out on tour this year. This year with B-52s and OMD. They hit Los Angeles, I think, August 4th. Buy their new album. The song is called Transcendence.
Transcendence.
Transcendence. So thank you, Ryan, for the board. Everybody go around. Who's Cara?
Thank you, Cara Noble. Thank you so much. Facebook, Twitter, and Cora.
Have a great night from Jen.
Thank you, Melanie.
Thank you, everybody, from Wendy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Looking